Well, good morning, everybody. Meteorologist DJ Bakey here with you guys. Wanted to give a bit of a rundown of what we're seeing when it comes to snowfall currently. Of course, taking a look at our snowfall that we've gotten yesterday, and to tally it off, want to take a look at our extended forecast. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our weather graphics. Our Anderson Kia Maximum Tracker, you can kind of look off toward the north and east over near the state line region, and while we do have a little bit more snow heading our way. Now, with it, it is a bit on the lighter side, so really no worries about any sort of more accumulation, but still could see some visibility reductions, especially with some strong winds. So, with that in mind, we have been downgraded now to a winter weather advisory, and that will go until noon here today, so as we do expect some breezy conditions to continue to blow and drift snow, with winds currently out of the west to northwest, right around 20 or so miles per hour, definitely on the breezy side, some gusto near 25 to 30 miles per hour. Now, I want to give a hats off to our road crews for working throughout the day yesterday and into tonight, or last night and this morning, as they've been doing a fantastic job. But of course, when we get a ton of snow, a lot of it's going to take time to go ahead and get uncovered, with a lot of our roads in the state of Illinois still completely covered here across the region. So, with that in mind, well, you want to make sure if you are getting out and going out this morning, give yourself extra time. And of course, if you are driving on a snowy road, you want to slow down, give plenty of space to the car in front of you, and of course, you want to make sure you are slowing down over a course of time instead of all at once, because traction, they're going to see a lot less of it along with friction, so stopping is going to take quite a bit longer. Wanted to look outside real quick for different cameras, seeing some snow still on the ground over in some places. I-90 looks a bit on the clear side, which is definitely some good news, as that's one of our more popular highways, but still, you want to make sure, especially those back roads that have maybe yet to be treated or were treated earlier on yesterday, a lot of those still are going to be posing some travel issues here earlier on this morning. Visibility is not too bad right now, 1 mile currently in Rockford, but I do think that will drop here over the next hour or so as that one band of snow moves in. And of course, we have that blowing and drifting. Now, looking at some snow totals from us yesterday, man, has it been impressive. Freeport's the heavy area, tallying a foot of total snow. Janesville got 8.8 inches, with Rockford tallying 8 inches. Now, this is kind of interesting in two different ways. First and foremost, it broke a record on our November 29th for the most amount of snow recorded on that date, but it's also the snowiest day that we've had since November of 2018. And it just so happens that one snowfall event in 2018 in that month of November, well, that was the snowiest day in November that we've had recorded on history at 11.7 inches. So yesterday, at that 8-inch mark, well, technically, that is the second snowiest day that we have recorded in the Rockford history when it comes to a November day. So definitely something kind of interesting. Around the rest of the state line, Mount Morris tallied 8 inches as well. Janesville at 8.8, 7.5 inches in McChesney Park, 7 down in Loves Park, with Winnebago and Genoa being a little bit lighter, 6.4 inches in Winnebago, then Genoa at that 5.3-inch mark. Now, over the next couple of hours, maybe another few flurries will fall, especially towards the northeast, close to that state line border. After that, though, we should start to dry out, and potentially even by the afternoon, see sunshine make its return, which would definitely be some good news. However, still going to be on the breezy side here for us, with wind gusts near 25 to 30 miles per hour. So if you've been doing a good job keeping up with your shoveling, well, I hate to say that the additional snowfall we could get over the next hour or two, well, it is on the light side. I do think a lot of the blowing and drifting will be caused by these strong winds, so a lot of us will probably have one or two more times we'll have to get the old shovel out to make sure our driveways and sidewalks are on the clear side. Now, temperatures going to be a bit cool here for us with those northwest winds. We're going to top out near that 30-degree mark, but with strong wind gusts, wind chill is likely going to top out into the upper teens to lower 20s. Now, heading into tonight, I do think Timecast is underdoing it just a little bit, as they have wind chills still in those double digits. I think across the region, likely going to see wind chills into those single digits, especially knowing that the fact that we'll have lows right around that 5-degree mark, as a heavy snowpack typically leads to a cooler day and cooler night. So I don't think Timecast is accounting for the snowpack that's currently on the ground after yesterday's big snowfall. So potentially by tomorrow morning, maybe could even see some wind chills into those negative values. Definitely want to make sure you're bundling up as you're heading out the door for our Monday. Now, looking ahead to our Monday, mostly cloudy for us once again, but once again, we have yet another system we have to contend with. Now, luckily with this, nowhere near as much snow is expected as what we saw here yesterday, but still, it's going to be right around that peak PM commute time, so definitely still going to have some impacts before wrapping up by the time we get towards about 10, 11 o'clock for us tomorrow evening. Now, snowfall, maybe no more than a half of an inch to an inch, but once again, it will be on the light and fluffy side, so that means winds will likely be able to blow it around just a little bit, reducing visibility and making it somewhat harder to keep off of our driveways and sidewalks. Now, luckily with this, if you get all the stuff off with your shovel here today, tomorrow, you likely can get a leaf blower and blow a lot of this snow off, which would definitely be good news. Or if you need to clean off your car, it's going to be a lot easier than what we currently have on it. Now, this is not the only snowfall chance here in the upcoming week, as both Wednesday and Friday will both offer some opportunities for some snowfall. I do think Friday's the biggest day that we'll have to keep track of, but we are still way too far out to start talking about anything specific. Just know it is going to be on our radar here for the foreseeable future. Now, temperatures could be significantly colder over the next couple of days, especially with that snowpack, as Wednesday will be the warmest day, topping out at 33 degrees, but our average high falls right around that 40-degree mark, so the next 7 are going to be well below that mark, with Thursday looking at a high of only 11 degrees. Then that puts us nearly 30 degrees below our normal. And overnight Thursday could get down to a low of negative 4 degrees. So while yes, we'll have to also face snow chances, we'll also have to face some bitter cold over the next couple of days. So needless to say, you'll want to make sure you have your snow gear ready. You have some warm clothes, winter coats, jackets, hats, scarves. I mean, the list can go on and on, as we're going to have another active and very wintry week ahead here for us. But again, I want to thank you guys for sticking with us through the entire winter storm that we've had over the past day or so. Thank you guys for trusting me, of course, as well. And of course, if you made it on to Stroll on State and brave the elements, well, hey, hats off to you. But that's kind of about all we have here for you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. I do hope that sunshine comes out, but just know any sun that we get, it is going to be quite bright with the snow reflecting a lot of its sunlight due to its high albedo. So sunglasses, if the sun comes out this afternoon, are likely going to be quite needed. But until then, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday, and of course, have a great week ahead and stay warm as much as you can.